Hey guys, Mike Piccolo here, Caliber Real Estate. I'm actually here with Mason Buckles, branch manager of Caliber Home Loans in Bothell. And we actually had an exciting day today. They had a ribbon cutting ceremony here. Mason, what can you tell me actually a little bit about today?
Yeah, well, we're actually now located in the Hillcrest building here across the street from McMinimans on Bothell Way. We've been here about a year and a half, but actually just got finished with a full remodel and are the sole tenants. We were able to have the deputy mayor come by and the Chamber of Commerce and just kind of celebrate all the hard work that it took to take the building.
Been the mortgage game for a long time, 17 years, 6 years, top 1% loan originator, am I right?
That's correct.
Wanted to get a couple market updates from you and also just a couple questions that are common with our clients. So number one, first question that is a burning question in most people's mind is, what are you seeing in the market today comparatively even to just last spring?
Yeah, I think the big shift that we're seeing this summer is really just come with the time on market. You're seeing homes sit on the market a little bit longer. We're seeing some price compression where homes are coming down in price after they've been listed. Really, it's a needed shift in my opinion, because it's now giving buyers more opportunity to not only see more homes, but also not be as competitive. They're not having to escalate above and beyond list prices. It's just not quite the feeding frenzy we've experienced the last 3 summers.
Right. So what do you do to get your clients ready for an offer in this new kind of marketplace?
Yeah, the thing that we still really focus on is making sure that our buyers are fully qualified, right? So we'll take the time to not only pre-approve them, but actually have an underwriter review and approve them formally. That adds strength to the offer. So at the end of the day, what we can offer you and your clients would be just the ability to be formally and fully approved. If we need to go with speed, we can. If we don't have to. But really what we're trying to do is just leverage all the time it takes to do the diligence up front, so that you can give peace of mind to the sellers and the listing agent that they've got a well-qualified buyer and a great offer in front of them.
I get a lot of common questions when I'm meeting with a new client, kind of common questions that I'm typically always answering. So what would be a couple common questions that you get as a lender and that you can kind of kill right here in front of everybody?
Certainly, yeah. I mean, one of the most common ones we get is down payment, right? How much do I have to have down? That 20% down myth is still out there in the buyer market, and that's just simply not the case. Specifically in Washington State, we have a number of programs for limited down payment or no down payment, where you can utilize down payment assistance. The beauty of that is you can get into a home for little to nothing out of your pocket. Caliber also offers an exclusive 1% down program where the buyer can actually obtain a grant for the remaining down payment and a portion of their cost. And then I think the other one that I hear often, especially over the last couple of years, is, can I build? Right? Can I build my home because I'm just not finding what I like in the market? The answer is yes. You can certainly secure property and build a home, but it's expensive. I think that's the easy answer. And as I talk with clients about that, and we really start to run them through all of the capital requirements to build a home, a lot of times it just becomes really a non-starter for them.
It's kind of like that old saying, takes twice as long and costs twice as much.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. What are kind of rates doing right now? Do you foresee any more rate increases? And can you kind of break down how a slight rate change can actually affect a buyer's buying power?
Certainly, yeah. So, we're coming off of really about a 5-year winning streak from a rate standpoint, where we were at historic lows. And, you can look at just the history of interest rates over the last 40 years. The average rate's closer to 8%. And really over the last 5, we were at or below 4. This year, and really starting at the end of 2017, we started to see that trend of a correction, right? So we started to see rates rise where they've come up anywhere from 0.5 to 0.75% over the last 8 months. 0.5%, just to break that down for you, if you have a $300,000 loan, well, 0.5% increase to your interest rate actually is going to cost you $1,500 a year or $125 a month on your payment. So it's definitely a market mover from a buyer standpoint. I think the reality is rates are going to continue to rise. We'll probably be somewhere in the 5% plus range next year, but at that point we expect them to stabilize. I've seen rates at or above 5% 2/3 of my career, right? The 5 years that we had over the last 5 has been the outlier, and I would expect them to continue to be in that range as we move forward.
Wow, okay. Mason, I know you live in Kirkland.
Yeah.
I actually just got a new home there, which is awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you very much.
So let's say, it's a Friday night. You're lucky enough to get maybe a babysitter.
Right.
You want to go out with the wife. Where's your guys' go-to place? What's your favorite place to go for a date night in Kirkland?
In downtown Kirkland, we love Volterra. It's kind of can't miss on the food. There's amazing dishes there. We've become, second friends with the bartenders. They have great drinks and wine, of course. But then if you're looking for something a little more casual, during the spring, you know, into the early summer, catching a ball game at Lee Johnson Field and grabbing one of their burgers is always a good choice as well.
Right, absolutely. All right, well, hey, thanks a lot for all the information, Mason. You've only been doing this a little while, 17 years.
Right.
Definitely know your stuff. I actually recommend most of my clients to contact Mason. Either way, thank you for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Take care.